Hello friends, today we'll discuss one important topic. So currently India and US are under negotiation to sign something called India-US Cultural Property Agreement. Now basically this agreement is to ensure that whatever the stolen antiquities are, get back to India. So from Prince's perspective, it is important to understand what are the antiques, how they are defined, what is the law governing the antiques in India, and what is the role of Archaeological Survey of India in this regard. From Main's perspective, this is one of the important dimensions for India-US bilateral relation. Now, there won't be any direct question regarding cultural issues, but this can be one of the important dimensions in your answer when India-US relations are asked in a broad way in Mains exam. And also, we need to know the process how the stolen artifacts are repatriated to India. So, we need to understand what is the current process with this regard. Now, before going to the agreement details, let us understand that why this is important. So, in last 4 years, around 400 antiques have been brought back from US, stolen antiques. Recently, there was also news that around 16 to 20 antiques have been found in Singapore, which belong to temples from South India. And if you have seen last 6 months or so, there was one news where a Natarajan sculpture, a bronze sculpture of Chola period, was brought back to India from Australia, which was stolen around 37 to 40 years back from Tamil Nadu temple. Now we have seen that a lot of antiques and artifacts from India are being stolen and sold in the developed countries in black market, and which reduces the cultural, or it's a great cultural loss for our country. So now to ensure that whenever such theft takes place, we get those artifacts back quickly, because generally the process is very long. So to ensure that we get those back quickly, India and US are signing this cultural property agreement. Now let us understand what are the details of this agreement. The agreement imposes import restriction that stop looted and stolen cultural property from entering into the US. So now what will happen now is, once the agreement is signed, if at the customs or if at the entry border of US it is found that this is stolen artifact, it will stop then and there itself. It will not even allow the entry of that artifact into the country. Now, and also it encourages legal sharing of such objects for scientific, cultural, and educational purpose. Once such items are found, then it would be shared with the host country, in this case, India. Now, when the objects are seized and forfeited under import restriction, there is a simplified process for returning the objects to the partner country. So it will simplify whatever the current process is. We'll see what is the current process, and after that, we'll see how this agreement simplifies the process. Now, the partner country does not have to prove the item is theirs. Rather, US automatically offers it to them for return. Now, in current process, what happens is, once a stolen artifact is found in a foreign country, the India or from India's side, Archaeological Survey of India has to go to that country, prove it belongs to India. It has to show the record of ownership, and then only it can request for the repatriation. So this usually takes a long period of time to prove that this artifact actually belongs to India. Now, once this agreement is signed, that requirement of proving will not be there. As soon as US finds it, it will directly offer to India to take it back. So that will ensure that all our stolen artifacts come back to our country quickly. Now, what is the significance of this agreement is, it will help prevent illegal trafficking. It will eliminate source of funding for transnational organized crimes and terrorists. So what happens is, this trade in antiques is one of the important source for transnational organized crime network, and also one of the important source for funding of terrorists, because this stolen artifact is sold at huge amount in foreign countries, and this indirectly funds the terrorism. So to stop this, once this agreement is implemented, it will stop such kind of funding for terrorist organizations. Also, as you have seen, it will simplify the process. Now, this agreement can form a template. Once we sign with US and it is implemented, similar agreements can be signed with various countries where our stolen artifacts are found, like for example, Singapore or European countries or Australia. So this will be an important agreement. Now, this was all regarding agreement. Now let's see what are the current Indian laws regarding antiquities. So one such important act is Antiquities and Art Treasures Act 1972. So it defines what is antiquity, and it also mentions that no person other than central government can export any antiquity or art treasure. So apart from government, no other party can export any such antiques from India. Or anyone who is carrying on the business within India itself also has to take a license from Archaeological Survey of India. Without license, he can't do the business of selling antiquity within the country. Now, anyone who has the possession of such antiquity, be it for business or be it for personal, they have to register such antiquity with Archaeological Survey of India and get a certificate. Without such certificate, they can't hold such artifacts in their possession. And how the antiques are defined is any coin, sculpture, painting, or other work of art that has been in existence for not less than 100 years. So it should be at least 100 years old or more with regards to coin, sculpture, painting. And with regards to manuscript records or other documents of literary, it should be at least 75 years old. So that's how antique is defined as per the Indian laws. Now, all the issues with regards to antiques are dealt with Archaeological Survey of India. That is the body which also grants licenses for the business. That's the body which also verifies those stolen artifacts in the other countries and is responsible for the process of getting those artifacts back from other country. Okay. Now let's see what's the current process of repatriation. So presently, once the artifact of Indian origin is located in foreign country, its provenance has to be established through documents such as FIRs and pictorial evidence. Provenance just means that record of ownership. So right from beginning till whatever hands the artifacts has changed, that record of ownership has to be proven by India. And by India it means Archaeological Survey of India. So first we have to prove that it has left India and from which hands it has changed and it has landed in that other country. Once we have proved that, the Archaeological Survey of India will go to that country and verify those artifacts. And once the objects are verified, they will request for the country to return it back to India. Now, currently, what's the main drawback of this process? There is no time limit. That's why, regarding the Nataraja idol, it took almost 37 years to bring that idol back from Australia to India. Now, you can understand how current process is lagging. So, how this agreement will actually help in getting those artifacts back quickly to India. Now, with regards to this, there has been a mains question in past. Safeguarding the Indian art heritage is the need of the moment. Discuss. Now, this the complete answer is not this, but one of the important aspect of this answers can be the Indian art and heritage has to be safeguarded from trafficking. And for this, this step of Indo-US cultural agreement is an important step in this regard. So, this covers this topic. Thank you.